Briefly introduce other host of officials here at the Ministry of Public Works. Beginning our far right is Honorable Clarence Wilson, Assistant Minister for Technical Services, and right beside him is Assistant Minister Jackie Bernard, and he's also flanked by Deputy Minister Benjamin Panto. Then on our far right is Assistant Minister Costella Killing. She is the Assistant Minister for Operations. She's followed by Minister Bolton Dennis. Mr. Bolton Dennis has been followed by the Assistant Minister for Construction, Dave Slewan. Mr. Dave Slewan is also sitting closely to Assistant Minister James Reynolds. He's Assistant Minister for Planning, Research and Programs. And the gentleman you see in the white is Honorable J. Jefferson Chelsea. He's Assistant Minister for Administration. We call that M8. And of course, Honorable Joseph P. Todd is the Deputy Minister for Administration. So at this point in time, we will quickly turn over to the Acting Minister and Deputy Minister for Technical Services.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen of Christ, fellow Nigerians, we would like to express our disappointment at this extreme lack of empathy and disrespect being extended to the Ministry of Public Works and its staff through the continuous disinformation being spelled in the media surrounding the death of our fallen minister, Minister Mubutu. Some of the information that have been published in the media are misleading, grievous, and highly acrimonious, and we would like to distance ourselves in this institution from such comments. These statements made are disrespectful to the late Minister Yuban and many other officials of government who have worked hard to build their characters and share the spirit of comradeship with us at the Ministry of Public Works. We at the Ministry of Public Works are bereaved and we are mourning the loss of our beloved minister. We would like for the public and the media to refrain from spreading false and deceptive statements. At the appropriate time, the Ministry will issue a statement to the general public, but until then, we extend our heartfelt sympathy to the family and close relatives of our late minister and ask that you please allow us to move in passing in peace. Thank you.
All right, so that we intimated, we will take at least 3 persons for the institution once again, and we implore you to speak to the family of the husband.
Okay, I'm Kelvin Devlin. The press conference was very short, but I'm quite sure I spared the advice by the communication chief to speak in the ambit, and I'm quite sure it's about surrounding comments on the death of the passing of your boss, the late Fly Impact. I'm concerned about, which is also in the ambit. I'm concerned about, I'm told it was rumored that there was an altercation between the security guard and the Minister of State on allegations that he had come to enter the office of your former boss. You care to clarify that information?
Okay. All right. Again, my name is Joseph P. Todd. I'm the Deputy Minister for Administration. I don't know where people are manufacturing these sort of information from, and for what reason. I'm here to stay grounded, and the entire Ministry of Public Works family are like wondering why would Liberians or even foreigners be trying to utter the clear blue sky just made up stories. That's not true. That never happened here. The Ministry of Public Works has employees, got contractors, and a host of other people that come to interact with the Ministry of Public Works. So to even think about the Minister of State being prevented from entering, I mean, that has never happened. It didn't happen. And I don't know where that story coming from.
Yeah. So I think that's in line with maybe Henry can move from front page. That could be a follow-up. So my question now is, where is, okay, did you have, or was there any security officer assigned to Minister Mubutu Yimpa, the late, and where is he now?
Mr. Yimpa, our late boss, a very hard-working man, a senior member of this government, a man who tried to give his all to developing this country in line with the manual of the president, a man who had taught some of us around this table what leadership is all about, what family is all about, what value is about. He was a decent man. Yes, Mr. Newborn used to carry security guards with him. As a matter of fact, when we went at the minister's house to sympathize with the bereaved family, it was a very security guard that was ushering us in the compound of the family. And they are here. They are here. So not just one security personnel. Yes, Mr. Nippon carries security. The Minister of Public Works, let me put it in context. The Minister of Public Works has her own security services, guard services here. On top of that, the National Police has people assigned here, and one of them have been assigned with the ministry for time immemorial since we've been here. And they are all here. So I don't know when you say, where is he? I repeat, as a matter of fact, he ushered me, Deputy Minister Joseph P. Todd, and other ministers sitting around the table in the home of the Newborn's family.
I asked that because there are reports now that he's on the run. He's in here.
This is cruelty. We should treat our former boss with respect. We should treat this country with respect. We should treat his children, his family, a grieving mother. As a matter of fact, we went to see her yesterday. All the people you see around this table, the ministers around the table, including directors, including employees of this ministry. We went in drove at the minister's house. We were there with his mother. We were there with his family. We were there with his relatives and his kinsmen. So the security guard, I repeat, he's there with the family as well. So we have to stop as Liberians. We can't be damaging ourselves this way. We've lost a very prominent son of this country. A very prominent son of this country. To try to use his death to put people against each other, to put family against family, to put government against government, Liberians against Liberians, that is a wicked and malicious plan for the better of the devil. And I think Liberians who are fond of thinking in our line should start thinking otherwise for the benefit of this country. I repeat, we have to respect the life that Minister Nipan lived. What we should be talking at this conference is all the good deeds of our former minister. The number of children he had in this country, a former senator of one of the oldest counties in this country, a senator that contributed to the transformation of this country, a minister that was appointed from day one that could not sleep, but he went serving this country, a father that has children that needs to be respected. Some are with him now in Accra. The token levy, they were expected to bring back home alive. They are there grieving, trying to arrange, along with the government of Liberia, to have him repatriated. And then all these insinuations going on in the media. I mean, this is not fair to him. This is not fair to his family. This is not fair to his mother. Before you talk about people that came to a meeting or officials of government, that came, hey, let me say this to the press. Government all over the world, government meet to discuss, take decision, and move the country forward. This Ministry of Public Works has hosted meetings upon meetings with different officials of government, people from outside the country. As a matter of fact, how do we build roads when we don't meet? And so, yes, we've had different discussions in the interest of this country. And I mean, the insinuation out there, the misrepresentation out there, it has to stop. Let's respect Minister Mubutu's life, his legacy. Let's discuss him as an individual, his contribution to this country. Let's discuss him as a father, a contribution to his children, a contribution to his county, a contribution to the people of Bannersville, the people of Monrovia over the years, since he took over as a Minister of Public Works. The men who were in Ghana, in Bannersville, taking care of people every day. These are the stories we should be highlighting in the media, and not negativity. Thank you.
All right. My question has to do with the cause of death of the minister. There are a lot of people asking because prior to his death, he was not, prior to his illness, there was nothing wrong with him. He went to work, and then the next morning we just heard that kind of news. So the public wants to know the cause of death.
Thank you. Not to speculate, I'm not a medical practitioner. The medical report or the death certificate will be stating exactly what the cause of death is. But just to give a hint, we are receiving information that Minister Mubutu fair off. To be precise, on the 3rd, right? And we all went to GFK. What we heard was that he fell off, and doctors were there taking care of him. They took care of him. The government of Liberia mobilized resources, and they flew him up for advanced treatment. Unfortunately for this country, for this government, for his family first, we heard the sad death news that came out of Accra. And so let's wait for the medical report and not insinuate as to what he died from. That would be the most ethical thing, a professional thing to do. Thank you.
Yes. Well, my name is Vale, I work for OPM. My question is, I heard you talking about application to the public. Basically, you said the press conference is going to be some clarity, but then I heard the Deputy Minister talking about, we should be talking about the minister's good workings instead of talking about trashing the public. My concern is, then why did you call this press conference to talk about his working? You understand you leaving his working, making clarity in the public. Secondly, how do you respond to a concern that not much has been done to mourn the passing of the foreign minister, and it was backed by current vice president? Generally, holistically, that's the government and government, including your ministry. Thank you.
All right, thank you. The reason why I'm sure we are in this room is to ensure that we put up the rightful information to our people out there. You are a Liberian, you live right here, you've been following social media, you've been following newspaper publications and all of that. And I think it's just proper that the Minister of Public Works say something to that effect. Regarding mourning the minister, remembering all your good deeds, we started doing that already at the Ministry of Public Works. We've been working with the family, we've been meeting with the family, we've been having discussions, visitations, going to the home of the minister, sitting with his family, sitting with his relative. We've been doing that. As a matter of fact, on the day of his passing, a meeting was called. The workers were told. I wish we had been here to see the response of the workers of this ministry, including the officials of the ministry. And as a matter of fact, everybody went that day. That was a mark of honor. And we will continue to do that. All we responsible. It will not help this country. It has never helped in a country. And it will not help Liberia. It will not help the family. It will not help those of us who have been working with this man for the past 2.5 years. We met there every day. We met during weekends. We went to work on Sundays. So he's a big brother that we work with, that we love. We wish people had been sitting at the head of this table with us, or even somewhere calling and giving instruction. We miss him so dearly. This morning, as a matter of fact, I've gone to the office to speak with the staff in that office. I mean, we feel terrified by his death, but when we turn the pages of some newspapers and listen to some of the things people are saying, some are comparing my dear brother to say some of the things you're saying. But our spirit is actually breathing in us. So far, that's what I can say to that question. We want you to take that home. We are not at peace right now. We feel so terribly bad that our minister that we worked with 40 years, look, since the president nominated and we were confirmed by the president and appointed to these positions, all the ministers sitting there, a lot of us didn't know each other. But the years we spent here, the weeks, the months, the days, our relationship has grown over the period of time. We are now one family. So the loss of big brother, the head of the home, in a manner, I mean, some of you should just put yourself in our shoes. So we are the big unit. Thank you.
All right. So, members of the press, we like to say thank you for the patience, and we also like to say thank you too for.
Let's just take the final question from this.
Yeah, sorry, and sorry. While speaking, you talk about meetings. You've had meetings, and you can't work or can't operate without meetings. And then some of the discussion, part of the discussion out there, has been linked to meetings. Can you tell us what sort of meeting the last meeting prior to his death? What was it about?
We always have meetings. Let me let this out. Whenever we meet about the future of this country, how to improve the conditions of our roads in our counties, in our districts, in our towns, and in our cities. And that meeting was about road section. It was about road connectivity in this country. There was road connectivity in the country. As a matter of fact, as a ministry, we have meetings every Monday, every Tuesday, every Wednesday, all the time. I mean, I don't know where they're coming from, but our meetings has always been, and it continues to be, in the interest of the farmers of this country, in the interest of the national leadership of this country, in the interest of the government vision for a better living condition of our people. Road, and roads. Connectivity. And as a family, we will continue to meet. We will continue to call our engineers in the field to provide information. We will continue to call the Minister of Finance to see how monies can be made available to pay our contractors. We will continue to work with other senior officials of the government to see how we can pave our streets, how we can pave our farm to market roads, how we can pave roads that will lead to hospitals and clinics. A team can either be stronger and firm on meeting an objective as a team when they meet and discuss on the way forward. And those are the kind of things we've been doing here. And those are the things that it is expected of us to continue to do, to move on as a family. So, to that question, that meeting was about road connectivity in this country. What do we do? How do we pave from Ganta to Senepole? How do we pave from Ganta to Dredu? How do we pave from Bikeno to Green Bay Sando? We have to meet and discuss. We have to call in companies to talk to. And when we're discussing these things, when there is a specific official of government or a group of officials of government to be around the table to find a way forward as quickly as possible, we've done that over 100 times since we've been here. And by the grace of God, we will continue to do that because it is in the interest of the Liberian people. Thank you.
All right, so we can now call it a day. Again, we say thank you